Hello, my name is Devils. Today, we will be discussing about the deadliest shooting in the city of El Monte in California.
Trigger warning: the topics that I'll be explaining can be sensitive for some viewers, so if have lots of sensitivity, I recommend you to not watch this video. So let's get started.
So nothing unknown about the perpetrator, but the only thing we know, he has a record of domestic violence and robbery before the shooting.
Justin William Flores' wife told KCBS-TV that he had attacked her 2 days ago, and she had moved into the motel to escape him, but he tracked her down. Flores was on probation for a gun charge at the time of the shooting, which occurred a day after his probation officer requested that he return to court later in the month, court records show. Flores, 35, served 2 stints in state prison for vehicle theft and burglary, according to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, and was most recently released in 2012. In March 2020, Flores was arrested and charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm and for possession of narcotics for personal use. He pleaded guilty last year to being a felon in possession of a firearm, a felony charge that could have sent him back to prison for 3 years. Instead, he was sentenced to 2 years of probation and 20 days in jail, and LA County District Attorney George Gascon, who is facing a recall effort for his progressive policies, is facing criticism for Flores' plea deal. The sentence he received in the firearm case was consistent with case resolutions for this type of offense, given his criminal history and the nature of the offense, the DA's office said in a statement Wednesday. At the time the court sentenced him, Mr. Flores did not have a documented history of violence. Michael Domingo Paredes was born in Southern California and raised in El Monte. Paredes spent his childhood overcoming obstacles and surviving difficult circumstances with the help and care of his mother, Linda, and 2 older sisters, Melinda and Melissa. Paredes was an all-star runner at Arroyo High School, where he eventually met his wife, Janine, in 1994. He also played the trumpet in the band and sang in the chamber choir. Paredes began his 22-year-long career as a cadet with the El Monte Police Department in July of 2000 and continued his training with the Rio Hondo Police Academy. He was motivated to join the force because he wanted to create a better life for himself and his family, and wanted to make a difference in the communities he grew up in and where he faced so much adversity. Paredes decided to be exactly who he needed when he was younger, taking a special interest in working with at-risk youth in his community. Paredes strived to be the best husband and father he could possibly be, and he will be remembered by his friends and family for his dedication to creating a safe environment in his neighborhood. Paredes contributed to his community as much as he possibly could, having organized and created the 5,000-foot pursuit race, the Halloween Trunk or Treat, and the Youth Summit. Santana was born in Los Angeles County, California, and was raised in El Monte, California. Santana lived with his mother and 2 sisters and grew up in a tight-knit household. Growing up, Santana loved sports and especially enjoyed kickboxing, basketball, and football. He attended El Monte High School where he met his wife, Sasha. Santana joined the police force in September 2018, driven to join due to the encouragement and influence of his stepfather, as well as his strong desire to give back to his community. As soon as he joined, Santana hoped to be placed in a gang-related assignment. He spent 6 years working for the city's Public Works Department and worked for 3 years as a San Bernardino County training deputy. Santana loved that his job allowed him to help those in need every day. June 14, 2022, at 4:45 p.m., Officer Santana and Sergeant Paredes responded to a report of a possible stabbing between a boyfriend and girlfriend, and that a female was being held against her will. When they arrived at the motel, the female stated she was the victim of domestic violence, and her boyfriend was in the room. When the officers entered the room, they were met with gunfire. Gunfire erupted inside a motel room, and the gunman then fled into the parking lot, where more gunfire was exchanged. A third officer was able to take cover, return shots, and call for backup. Justin William Flores, who was on probation for a weapons violation. Flores later died by suicide. Both officers were taken to the La County Usk Medical Center, where they succumbed to their wounds. Unfortunately, Officer Joseph Santana, 31, and Michael Paredes, 42, died on the way to the hospital. Santana is remembered as a devoted husband and a loving father to his 3 children, Jade, Joshua, and Jacob. He was an honest and diligent man who worked his hardest to provide the best possible life for his family. Paredes was an active member of the upland community, volunteering to coach not only his children, but hundreds of children in the community in football, softball, baseball, and soccer. He loved to travel with his family and showing them the world, taking part in activities such as water skiing, snowboarding, kayaking, snorkeling, zip lining, rock climbing, and many other outdoor activities. Paredes is remembered by those who knew and loved him for his contagious smile and light-hearted attitude, but mostly for his dedication to his wife and children.